Okay, so I made this scrapbook journal type thing. I'm gonna make it into a journal, but so I wanted to give it a rustic look. It's made out of paper sacks. So I'm going to do the embellishments. But first I'm going to take each one and crinkle them, not including the cover. So I'm just going to crinkle the ones that are not the cover. And it is kind of noisy. Sorry about that. So just continue to do that and keep crinkling and crinkling and crinkling until it's reached your desired crinkling. Now it's okay if it rips a little bit. Try not to rip it as much. If you want, a lot of people subscribe to my channel, and request for me to make a video on how to make these, or request on how to make different crafts and things like that, I will try to get back to you. If I can't do that one, then I will just simply message you back and say, I'm sorry, but I don't have the budget for this. Or, you know, I like to do DIY projects where it's kind of simple, and not only is it simple, but it's got to be cheap. I like cheap. So, yeah, and just gotta keep crinkling like that. So it's like a kind of, like that kind of thing. I'm going to try to figure out how to make it like, I want to try to figure out how I can harden this cover. So yeah, but today I'm going to do my, like, I guess, pretty stuff on it, and then I'm going to make it harder. What's mad is I just had newspapers. We use newspapers and stick in the shade. But yeah, I got one of the newspapers. So I will have to figure out something. I'm thinking about just using regular papers, but then again I really need the effect of the paper stack. And I want that. I want paper stack, or I want something else. You know, I want paper stack, or I want it to look like a scrapbook. I really like the rustic feel of it because I really enjoy these kind of things. I love the rusticness of it and everything. And I really want people to subscribe to my videos. So yeah, and just kind of keep going with it, and working with it, and working with it. It's really hard to, I think I'll have to fix this up a little bit afterwards. But anyways, the binding is kind of coming off. But anyways, please subscribe. I mean, I will basically do anything that you request, except for anything, you know, bad, or that would be not good. So, yeah. So I'm gonna make the embellishments, and I want this is actually gonna be for my friends to take and write things nice about me because I am moving, and here we go. So I just now did this, and it actually made it look wider. So yeah, there's that kind of feel to it. Now I drew circles, and as you can see, I already cut the big ones out. So just keep cutting them. Try to make them as even as possible because I'm going to show you something cool to do with it. And so I learned that scrapbooking, because I love scrapbooking, it does not have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be expensive or anything. You can do it out of pretty much anything that you have, as long as you, I mean, if you're really into it and you really like to do stuff like that, you know, like DIY projects and things like that, then it's going to be really easy for you to make these DIY projects and get them pretty simple out, you know. So the reason why I use 2 of the same size circle is because if I don't do that, then it will not be as thick as I want it. So here's all the circles. Now I'm going to start with the bottom one by taking a scrap paper, and taking glue on one side. It can be a glue stick or just regular Elmer's wet glue. I'm using Elmer's wet glue, and just kind of put glue on it. Take the same size circle and put it on it like that. Glue them together to make them thicker. Do it to all the circles. Just keep doing it to all the circles, and eventually you'll get done with the circles. There's different kinds of shapes that you can do like this. Like, I really like this one, but anyways, I am a really circle-filled person. So just kind of keep gluing them down like this. You're going to do something really cool with this. I was thinking about using old googly eyes, but I don't have any old googly eyes, sadly. I was going to use them, but I don't have any. So now that you did that, just kind of like make sure that the edges stick down. And it's not really a big deal if you're gonna crumple them up, like I possibly will. So just keep doing this, and you can make these out of any kind of paper if you like. I'm just making them out of this because I wanted to, I want it to fit the theme of the paper sack that I use for my autograph book. So just kind of keep it going like that, and just keep it pretty simple. It's pretty simple. I might actually try to layer up on a lot to make them even more 3D than this on some of them. It's not just a little bit 3D. I want to make it really, like, I really like things to pop. And sorry if you can't really see me right now. So yeah. Oh, and you might see this purse in the background. It's my favorite purse. Anyways, so here's this. If you're going to crumple it, you gotta wait for it to dry. So, next one. I'm going to take the same kind of stuff, but this time I'm going to repeatedly make the shape. So I'm going to just kind of fold my extras here. I'm going to make 8 of the same size. For the same size. I want them to be the same size because I'm going to layer them up. And I'm just doing circles in mine. I will make a video if you guys comment and request. Subscribe to me, comment, and request for a different kind of shape. It's pretty simple and self-explanatory here. I'm gonna do like a big heart in the middle, so yeah. It's gonna be like really cool. And I wanted it to be really girly, because I am pretty girly. Everything, so I keep those in the pile. So you have these kind of layer up. Now, do the same with this one. So, I'm going to make, actually as they get bigger, I'm going to make even more. So I started out with 8. So I'm going to go to 16 of the bigger but not the biggest size that there is. So yeah. It's pretty simple, like I said, and like I said, if you really like DIY projects, you know, just get on the internet and you can make modifications to things that, you know, you're like, okay, well, I like this about this project, but I want to change this. So you never know until you try to change it if it's going to work. And I'm going to continue to make DIY videos, probably not as frequent as you might like, but I will try my best to do it how you like it, because I want to make my viewers happy. So yeah, I just kind of, you know, it's okay if you mess up, because you can go around and fix it up so that it fits together and places together properly. But you really want it to pop, and that's the thing. And that's the thing, when you're looking at some of these embellishments, you want them to pop a lot. So yeah, embellishments are a really nice project to do, because they kind of fit together. So yeah, it's pretty simple here. Okay, so that's one of the bigger but not the biggest one. Now you can make them as popping as you want, and not as popping if you don't want it as popping. So yeah, this is like pretty thick, an embellishment, but so I'm gonna work on. So you know how I did the dabs of glue on these? Just kind of do the same thing, and you can edge them off if you like. I'm kind of going for a rustic feel, so I want the edges to be kind of awkward looking, you know, like kind of out there, not as neat and perfect as most people would want it. Just gotta keep it going like that. Just gonna, you know, keep gluing them. The glue is pretty self-explanatory. Pretty much anyone can make embellishments. Yeah. Just keep making them. And the only thing is you have to make sure it dries. I would have sewn my book together, but my sewing machine is broken, sadly. I don't know how to hand sew, like hand stitch. Only for little small things. And my needle wouldn't fit through the paper bag as it should have. So yeah, my bobbin kind of came off. I'm kind of sorry. Just gotta keep gluing them down. That's all you want to do. Make your embellishments as thick as possible. Like, I mean, as thick as you want it. I want mine to be as thick as possible without, like, making it look like